If you're looking for the best FSA eligible sunscreens to use this summer, then save your scroll time because I have 6 for you. But first, you have to consider what each one has to offer. I learned the hard way that sunscreen isn't a one-size-fits-all deal. My kid breaks out in hives if any of the generic stuff touches her skin. Also, a medication that I take makes me super photosensitive, so a high SPF is non-negotiable for me. Add in my obsession with ingredients lists, and you can pretty much call me an expert. So if you're staring down an FSA balance that disappears at the end of the year, sunscreen is an easy and dermatologist-approved way to use those pre-tax dollars. I gathered up 6 FSA-eligible sunscreens that I pulled right from their store's bestseller list to save you time and the hassle. I focused on formulas that keep sensitive skin calm, deliver real protection, and won't feel greasy while you're out there just living your life. I personally tested and used several of these too. So whatever your needs are, there's definitely a sunscreen on this list for you. My personal pick for the best FSA eligible sunscreen is the Ulta MD UV Clear SPF 46. It's oil-free, fragrance-free, and packed with niacinamide, which calms a lot of the redness that my meds sometimes trigger. The best part is that my daughter can wear it without itching, and it disappears under your makeup. But if you need a higher SPF for protection at the beach, I have other options for you to consider on this list, because you know those unused funds don't roll over. Now let's talk about how I chose the products on this list, because I didn't just go to their website and pick the ones that came up first. I actually was looking for specific things in each product. First of all, it has to be FSA eligible, obviously. It needs to have a broad spectrum and SPF of a 30 or higher. It needs to have skin-friendly textures, sensitive skin approval, and I also look for ingredient safety and then also value and size options. So let's go back to the Ulta MD UV Clear Broad Spectrum SPF 46. Because it's my favorite, I just want to talk about it a little more. I found the Ulta MD during a frantic Google search after my new prescription made me super photosensitive. Like I go into the sun and I burn immediately. 1 week later, this little pump earned a permanent spot on my bathroom shelf. The lotion feels closer to a serum because it's thin and silky and bone dry within like 30 seconds. So I can layer on makeup or I can go barefaced without looking like a sweaty hog. Even during peak summer mask-on grocery runs, I never get triggered with the dreaded sunscreen drip. The formula relies on transparent zinc oxide for UVA and UVB coverage, which is buffered by niacinamide and hyaluronic acid, that's a tough one to say, to calm and hydrate your skin. Those extras are a lifesaver when my cheeks flush or my daughter's eczema flares. Dermatologists actually recommend it for rosacea and acne, and I see why, because there's zero fragrance, zero pore clogging oils, and no ghostly white cast after it settles. 1 pump for the face, 1 pump for the neck, and you're done. If you want one bottle that covers both your face and your body, Anthelio's Melt-In Milk checks every box. I love that the lotion spreads on like a body moisturizer, but it sinks in quickly enough to sit under your makeup without pilling. I used it last summer and slathered it on before a full day at an amusement park with my kids, and I walked away with no sunburn. It was amazing. I was wearing a hat, but still, we were literally in the sun all day. It has a high SPF at 60, which is great for protection, and the finish is satin and not greasy or chalky at all. And the 80-minute water resistance even makes it pool day friendly or beach day friendly. Keep in mind, it does have a faint sunscreen scent for the first few minutes, but I found that it fades pretty fast. Now let's talk about Neutrogena Ultra Sheer Dry Touch SPF 70. I haven't bought my refill for the summer yet, but usually on frantic mornings when I'm super busy, I used to grab this drugstore classic because it's fast, cheap, and reliably matte. The lotion has a whipped, almost like mousse texture that vanishes within seconds, leaving a nice powdery feel on my skin. And for under $10, it's hard to beat when you're stocking the whole family's backpacks. This one's not really safe for my daughter, who does have an actual sunscreen allergy, but it's good for the rest of us. The Helioplex technology blends several chemical filters to maintain UVA protection for hours. I do notice a faint alcohol kick at first, but it dries really fast. But I did find that it can make your skin feel a little bit tight. But if you have oily or combination skin, it's a gift from the gods. There's no sticky residue, no white streaks on darker skin tones, no breakouts, nothing like that. Supergoop Play is my weekend warrior pick that my husband and son uses and loves. It's a little bit irritating for my daughter's sensitive skin, but my husband and son absolutely loved it, had no issues with it. It has a gel cream kind of formula and it glides over your skin and dries pretty fast. Play uses a modern mix of several different ingredients for broad spectrum coverage, plus it has an 80-minute sweat resistance. It's really great for your hyper kids. At 5.5 ounces, the pump bottle lasts an entire family road trip and more. The texture works on every skin tone pretty much without any cast. If you prefer mineral filters, this isn't your match, but for sporty days and big surface areas, it's honestly tough to beat. My meds make my skin react in direct sunlight, and my eczema acts up in cold temperatures. So when I ran out of my go-to sunscreen, I tried CeraVe Mineral SPF 30, and I loved it. I would like to see a higher SPF, but 30 was really great as long as I wore a hat and I wasn't in the sun for too long. You can think of it as like a 2-in-1. It's a daily moisturizer and sunscreen protection. At first, the lotion starts off with like a little bit of a faint cast, but if you just massage it into your skin for a minute, it just melts right in. I totally forgot I was wearing it. Because it's fragrance-free and paraben-free, dermatologists tend to recommend it for eczema. For beach vacations or all day in the sun, I do tend to bring something with a higher SPF, but for errands and school drop-offs and things like that, SPF 30 paired with a hat does the job. Okay, last on the list is the Banana Boat Sport Ultra Stick SPF 50. I call this the stop squirming stick for moms. My daughter is a bit too sensitive for it, but my son, the slippery rodent that he is, uses this every summer. I love that I don't have to pin him down or fight with him to wait before going in the water because the balm twists up like a jumbo glue stick and I can just swipe it over his nose and ears, hairline, shoulders, whatever, in seconds. It dries almost immediately. There's no drips or anything, no greasy balms. The formula is oxybenzone free and water resistant for up to 80 minutes, which covers most trips to the park or the beach. Because it's small enough to fit in a coat pocket, I keep one in almost every bag. It does go slightly waxy until the body heat melts it, so give it a minute just to settle before touching any clothing. Still better than having to wait 15 minutes or more for the liquid stuff to set. My FSA deadline used to sneak up every December. Now I top off my balance with sunscreen refills, which is really just an investment that my skin and budget both appreciate. Ulta MD handles my photosensitive face, and Banana Boat Stick lives in every coat pocket and vehicle that we have. If you've got an FSA swipe burning a hole in your wallet, pick a formula that suits your skin type and your lifestyle, then stock up while it's covered. Have you tried one that I missed on this list? Share your favorite FSA eligible SPF or your worst sunburn story in the comments so we can all stay protected.